I would now like to congratulate Sophie Gustafson for achieving the rank of Valedictorian for the class of 2021. Sophie has never been one for praise. She is intrinsically motivated to be a good person. Sophie is the Secretary of the National Honor Society, a member of the National Social Studies Honor Society, and the current president of the Italian National Honor Society. As a member of DECA, she placed first at the state conference in 2020 and was a state finalist and national competitor in 2021. She is the recipient of the John C. Willard Award for History, the WHS Delegate to Girls State in 2020, winner of the NSCDA Congressional Essay Contest, and the Yale Book Award recipient. Sophie is also a member of the Future Educators Club and the Interact Club. As a talented cellist, she is a participant in the Hart School Chamber Group, the Hart School Orchestra, Pitt Orchestra, and a member of the Southern Region High School Festival. Sophie volunteers as a religious education teacher and student aide for the Wethersfield Festival Orchestra. In the fall, Sophie is headed to Baylor University to study education. She is a natural leader and a natural teacher. I am honored to introduce to you this evening the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Sophie Gustafson.
Good evening. I first want to thank everyone who has gathered here to celebrate with us today, not only for your presence today, but for the sacrifices, love, and support that have allowed us to get here. To the parents who have cheered us on since day one, worked tirelessly to support us, and loved us endlessly. To the grandparents, siblings, and friends who have been our backbones. To the teachers who show up to work every day with enthusiasm, stay after school, and invest in us just to see us succeed, and the administration and staff who make WHS a community we are proud to call home, thank you. I speak for every one of my classmates when I say that, although we don't express it nearly as often as we should, we are grateful beyond words for all that you have done. These past 15 months have certainly not been what any of us expected. And in light of what we've been through, it feels today like we've walked through the valley and finally made it up the mountain. This is our mountaintop moment. But the struggles of the past year have not been for nothing. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that every part of life deserves to be celebrated. The peaks, the valleys, and everything in between. I think we're now beginning to realize the value of those ordinary, everyday moments that can seem so forgettable at the time. The classes you've sat in so often that they blur into the background. The teachers and friends you see so often, they feel as if they'll just always be there. But now things are changing, and those everyday moments are not our everydays anymore. That's part of why today is so bittersweet. We're realizing just how much we'll miss those moments that we used to rush past. From this point forward, we have a choice. A choice to find value in the seemingly mundane, to not spend any season waiting for the next. Many of us spent all of high school waiting for college, and before that, all of middle school waiting to get to high school. If we don't open our eyes now to the beauty of the ordinary, we'll spend all of life waiting for college graduation, marriage, promotions, retirement, any of the million things that vie for our attention. Choose the better path. Choose to walk through the season you're in, no matter how boring it may seem at the time, with the fullest intentionality and gratitude. Treasure the moments before they're memories. We have a similar decision to make when we walk through life's valleys. Challenges come, and sometimes you have no choice in the matter. But you do have a choice in whether or not you'll throw away these seasons of trial. Like it or not, COVID-19 won't be the last challenge that we face. In life, we are guaranteed trouble. But life's challenges refine us. They mold us into the people that we're meant to become, just as centuries upon centuries of heat and pressure mold lumps of coal into beautiful diamonds. If nature itself displays the pattern of a purpose behind the pain, of beauty from ashes, why can't it be true for us too? Recently, in Mrs. Adamson's civics class, we watched the movie Remember the Titans, which you've probably all seen at least once in your WPS career. and I was reminded of the story of Gary Bertier. Gary was the star athlete of his high school football team, an unbelievably talented athlete bound for college football and likely the NFL, when a car accident left him paralyzed from the waist down. He had a choice to make. Do I let this moment define me, or do I define it? Do I stay here for the rest of my life, or do I use it for good? If you haven't seen it, you can probably guess which he chose since I'm telling you his story today. Gary went on to become a para-Olympian and an advocate for the special needs community, turning his challenge into triumph. Many of the biggest names in history faced similar setbacks. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired from his first job for his supposed lack of creativity. Michael Jordan was cut from his varsity basketball team sophomore year. And Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school twice before going on to direct Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Jaws, and E.T. The one thing they all have in common is that they didn't stop at the setback. And then there are the examples we've had right in front of us. We all remember Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick, who didn't let his illness become his identity, who never stopped doing what he loved, who smiled brighter than anyone, even on the worst days. He loved spending his days with us, and I'm sure that he would be proud of all of us today. And I think you would have a similar message too. Troubles will come, but we can choose what to do with them. In whatever season, mountain, valley, or in between, you get to choose what you'll make of your circumstances. And I hope that you choose not to let a moment go to waste. Congratulations, class of 2021. I look forward to seeing what our journeys will hold. Thank you.